Hey you guys, what's going on? I'm Polyriff and welcome. Here we are on Zueljin's Patreon server. I'm back again after my last episode, as you might have seen. If you haven't seen that, definitely go ahead and check it out. That was a UHC event that was with Zueljin and the Patreons on a different server, but my oh my, had a lot of fun. That was really cool. If you haven't seen that, then definitely go ahead and check it out. I'll try not to spoil too much in this video about that because, you know, I definitely do want people to go ahead and check it out. But at the same time, I do want to talk about a couple of things. There's a couple of things that I didn't put in the video necessarily, and that was that a lot of people died even before the end battle. Now, you may have seen me come up against, what, 4 other people and had 1 person or 2 people on my team towards the end, and then 1 died. Yeah, that's because that's all that was left. The MVP for that match was the World Border. The World Border took out a total of 9 people, if I do my math right, and my recollection, I suppose, that we had 20 people on the server, 2 people were spectating, so that's 8 players. We had 6 teams of 3. We had 9 people, I believe, go down to the World Border. 1 person died to a zombie and 1 person died to fall damage. Now, the fall damage one, that was Zueljin, and I believe I could count that as the World Border killing him, because if you watched his video for that, you would see that he's backed up against, he got the World Border right here, and he's got a ravine right here, and he made a choice. He goes, okay, well, I'm gonna die if I stay here because the World Border is gonna swallow me and suffocate in a wall, or I could jump and die. So yeah, he had 2 bad options and he chose to not die by the wall, so that was kind of valiant of him, I suppose. Last ditch effort to just not be taken out by the wall, so yeah. But I didn't really show that in my video. That's kind of what I wanted to mention there is, yeah, I didn't really show it. I wanted to, but you know, I wanted to do a highlights reel and I wanted to kind of show my progression through, or my team's progression through the game, to make sure that you guys kind of understood how we got to where we got to and all that kind of stuff, and at the same time you got to make it entertaining. And also I want to mention as well, the commentating on that episode wasn't you know, it was subpar, of course, because, you know, one, I'm concentrating. That was my first UHC, so I can't do too much talking when I'm concentrating that hard. It was intense. I was really in the moment, I suppose, and also because you know, I'm on TeamSpeak with other people and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll just leave that there. Now, I wanted to show off this guy as well. His name is Thor. I'm going to give a bit of backstory to myself here. I used to own a husky and his name was Thor, and this is my little tribute to him. Now, the way that I put that sentence together there, might kind of insinuate that Thor is no longer with us in terms of him being dead, but he's just no longer with me. I'm pretty sure he's still alive. I haven't been in contact with him because of the situation and everything like that, but I did have to keep him up, and yeah, he was definitely a love of my life, among many things, but yeah, he was definitely one of them. He was a fantastic dog, and I do miss him, so this is my little tribute to him. I got a picture frame with his picture up on my desk so I can see him every day. But yeah, also another thing that I want to show off here as well is the times mined for stone. We've got 131,999, or we'll just say 132,000. Now keep in mind that also means that also encompasses diorite, andesite and granite, so they're also in there as well. But yeah, I've done a whole bunch. And what did I get all of that for? Well, here's your answer. Like I said at the end of the last episode where I built the flying island, and I'm sorry that I didn't get to finish off doing the top part. It is done now, along with this as well. I've done quite a bit of work, as you can see. I wanted to make it kind of natural, like it's been ripped out of the ground. So yeah, I didn't want to have the natural terrain here and just say, oh, there's a floating island there, it's magic. It just all came to be like that. But yeah, also I got to show off these blocks here. This here is prismarine, and this here is nether brick. This is just the normal prismarine. As you can see, it's got an animated nether. It's got an animated texture. I don't know why I said nether. I think because I placed in the nether brick. Animated texture, and it rotates colors, and I think that it adds a good bit of vibrancy, and I think that that's what I want to use for the build. I want to get rid of that. That shouldn't be there. Yeah, because you know, you stand back here, it's going into the darker colors now, like the blue and the purple, but it's going to go back to the green, and yeah, like I said, I think it adds a good bit of vibrancy, so I think I might choose that for the build. Unfortunately, it's not like the nether brick. I wanted to kind of do the nether brick because it's got the what is it, the stairs and slabs. I guess I could also do quartz as well. Also meant, like, keep in mind what I want to get you guys to go into the comment section and do a couple of things for me. Keep in mind what I'm going to be building today, and think about what it could look. I'm going to build it out of prismarine. Think about what it could look like in nether brick with the stairs and the slabs as well, although you might not see that. It would just be in the kind of detail. And think about what it also could look like in quartz. I'll be happy to tear it down and rebuild it, but you know, I kind of want to give it a shot with the prismarine. I think that that should look pretty good. It'll also add a bit of mysticism as well, and we'll see why kind of towards the end, I suppose. But yeah, let me know what I should do there. And also lighting up this area. As you can see, I've used a whole bunch of torches, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I do need to keep this area lit up because it's going to be a mob farm that blocks out the sun, so it's really, really dark under here. And I got to tell you, it was a struggle digging all of this out as well. I'm just going to go off on a little tangent here, but Izzy Online mentioned to me that I should kind of do a little bit of a clip sequence and show what the struggle was like, I suppose. Show all the mobs attacking me endlessly as I was trying to dig out this whole area and trying to put in the torches and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it was really, really dark under here, so it doesn't make for very good footage, so I couldn't really do that. But yeah, believe me when I tell you, it was an absolute struggle. F3 is not what I want, E is what I want. I've gone through so much diamonds for armor and tools, like I'm very, very low on everything. This is my second sword, and I got Bane of Arthropods 4. I mean, I didn't have any better options. What can I do? I think looting came up actually, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll go looting, and then it came with Bane of Arthropods. I was like, yeah, okay. Not what I want, but yeah. Spiders are good, like one shot, bang, spider gone, it's all good. But anyway, yeah, I want to know what I should be doing down here for lighting. I'm thinking that the jack-o'-lantern won't really work so good. It will contrast too much from the stone and all of that kind of stuff, and it's pumpkin, I mean, yeah, and the orange color, yeah, I don't think that'll work. Glowstone is a flat texture. You may have seen it in my other videos. If you haven't, then I'll do my best to try and explain it. It's a flat texture, kind of a yellow color. It's just one sort of color, and it's got black outline around the outside. So it's kind of like a glass block in the same sense it uses the black outline, but instead of being transparent, it's got the kind of yellowy color. And it's just flat, like not just a consistent yellow, it's like a faint yellow, and it kind of fades to white in the center. And the sea lantern is exactly the same, except like a bluey green color. So yeah, I'm thinking they might work, and I'm also thinking lava, but at the same time, lava, like, that's a lot of area to cover. I'm definitely not going to do it very deep because yeah, I really don't want to do that. That's just insane. Like, I'm pretty patient when it comes to this kind of stuff, but that's going past my level there. I can't do that. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to be doing for this is I'm going to bring across all of this prismarine. I've got all of the nether brick over here because that's what I thought I was going to use, but this time I'm going to use prismarine, see what it's like. Like I said, head down to the comment section, let me know what it's like after I'm done building it. And yeah, I'll be back with you guys when I'm ready to start building. Alright, and I'm back, and as you can see, I got a little bit started down there. I've already brought over my materials. I brought down a few torches, and I lit up a bit of the areas that were a bit problematic for me, and not all of them. I didn't go through all of them, so don't worry about that if you see any dark spots. But yeah, that's what I've started off with so far, and it's going to go all the way up there, but there's going to be a little bit of a difference, so we'll just have to stick around and make sure that you can see that happen. But yeah, I'm thinking that that color looks really nice. Just looking at it from back up there, I think we're doing really good. But what I want to do is pretty much just carry this all the way up. Well, not all the way up, I should say, but probably about halfway to maybe 2/3 of the way up. And then I want to start doing something a little bit different, which isn't a magical thing. I mean, all I'm going to be doing at that point is taking the circle in by 1. And I think at another point closer to the top, I'll take it in by 1 or 2. Not immediately. If I take it in by 2, I won't take it in by 2 immediately because that would just look odd. But what I will do is I'll take it in by 1 and then move a little, maybe a couple of blocks, and then go up a couple of blocks, I should say, and then move it in by 1 again. But it will either be something like that, so it'll get smaller as it gets taller, so to speak. And yeah, I think that'll look good from down, because I guess that's what we're going to consider at the moment. Like, it's from down here. It's not from. That's where you'll be seeing it from. You won't really be seeing it from up there. You'll only be able to see what you can see from down here. So I can kind of get away with doing some things, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to do anything too bad because you know, I mean, I've got to look at it at the end of the day, and if I have it in my episodes, then you've got to look at it too. So, well, you don't have to. I mean, you can always just not watch my videos, but hey, that's not very nice. Anyway, guys, I think I'll get a little bit done, and I'll come back. I've just got to go get some water, I realize, because how am I going to get down, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I've got to go and get some of that stuff, and yeah, I'm going to cut here, be back in a second, and yeah, I'll do that. Alright guys, and I'm back, and whoa, nice view. Well, I think it is. I think it looks really cool at night. The lighting is just, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm really high up. There's the bottom of the floating island there, at least this part of it, and yeah, like I said, really high up. I've left my water down there, I forgot about it, it's just there. No. Anyway, as you can see, I've taken this tower up, and I think it looks good so far. I haven't really taken a step back yet to see if this prismarine is the right option, but I feel as though it is. But we will just have to see. Now, I'm this close to the floating island there, and I want to start going off in a direction, and this might spark some intrigue, and I hope that it does, and some people might already know what I'm actually doing because I might have actually mentioned it to them. But yeah, we will go along with it anyway. Now, hopefully I've got my measurements correct, and by measurements I mean I do what I normally do and eyeball it, because that's just how I build. I just go with it and see what happens. And yeah, this is what we've got so far, so I think I'm doing okay. I mean, I've created a massive floating island that kind of looks pretty cool. Well, I think it does anyway, but yeah. And, well, people have told me that it does, so I'm happy with that. That works. Anyway, like I was saying, I want to start going off in a direction. I've chosen this direction, and we will begin to see what I'm trying to do there. Now, I think I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to be a lot of measuring. I've got to make sure I get an appropriate height to begin doing this, maybe up one more level. I might be on the right level, who knows? I might have to change that dirt platform out right now, or get rid of it completely, who knows? We'll just have to see. Yeah, so like I said, there's going to be a bit of measuring going on, a bit of derpiness, so yeah, I might as well cut that out and show you the good stuff, because that's what it's all about. But yeah, once I've got something of shape, that kind of shows off what I'm doing but doesn't give too much away at the same time, but then also, you know, I'm able to build upon from there and it all works really well. Once I got that down, I think that I'm in a good position, and I'll be back with you then. I'm back, and after I've done a bit of work, this is what I got so far, and I gotta say, in the shadow of this floating island here, the tower doesn't light up as well as I hoped. I thought it would be a bit more vibrant than that without lighting, so yeah, I gotta work that out. try and find a way to light this area up. Now, I'm probably a little bit embarrassed to show this. I've had a little bit of a look so far at the work that I've been doing, and yeah, it's not going the way that I thought it would. It looks a little bit silly at the moment, but I think I know how to fix it and make it look good. And remember, I freehand. This is just kind of what I do. I just kind of go along with it and see where I go and fix things up to the point where I'm happy. So yeah, this definitely needs fixing, but this is what I did up the top. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, I had to cough. Yeah, it does look a little bit silly. I'm not sure I've seen anyone's hand actually look like that, so yeah, it does look a bit silly, but that's good. Like, so far, all it means is that I just have to fatten up this area here and kind of bridge in the connection between the web of the thumb and the hand and the pointer finger there. Like, yeah, it's a hand, that's what it is. If you couldn't guess, then that's what it is. But yeah, I just have to kind of bridge a connection there, fatten it up a bit, and then widen it out this side and kind of circle it off a bit. And I've also got to take the thumb back as well. That's rather large. It's got to go back to, say, about there or so, round about there. So yeah, it's got to do that, and I think maybe I've got to fatten it up a bit as well around this area, because it kind of gets really stringy. But if I shorten it, it might look fatter that way as well, so got to think of that. But yeah, that's where I'm at so far. And now I know what I said about not wanting to do the magic thing, but I mean, I'm actually kind of liking like a little idea that I've got at the moment, and the idea is, well, that I'm going to try and... I've got to 3Dify this thing, I guess. There's going to be a word now. I'm going to make that up. Like, I've got to make it more 3D. So that's something that's going to take place in the near future. But in the process of doing that, that'll draw the top part of the hand closer to the mountain, and that was the whole point. But instead of having the hand on the mountain, what I'm actually thinking is having about a 1 or 2 block gap, or, you know, whatever it works out to be in certain areas. Certain areas is going to be a little bit different because of the natural shape of the underside of the floating island here. But I'm actually thinking of doing that, like having it sit down about a block or 2 in order to put light, because as you can see, I've been working up there, so I've got light up there at the moment, and I actually really like the way the light hits the floating island. What I'm also going to do is try and like get the lighting a bit smoother all the way around. So yeah, I'll make it look like it's brighter up there, and even if I have the darkness around there, but kind of lighten up the I guess this, you know, this is the arm, lighten it up at around this area around here, but have it a little bit darker there, so that when it actually, you know, kind of shines on the bottom of the floating island there, it actually looks a little bit better. But yeah, I do realize that looks a bit silly at the moment, but like I said, I freehand, that's what I do. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna do what I said I'm going to do, and yeah, hopefully it's looking a little bit better. So I'm going to cut and continue with the derpiness freehand, and then see what it looks like in a little bit, and then bring you guys back. So I'll see you soon. Alright guys, and I'm back, and here's what I got so far. As you can see there, I've done a little bit of a touch on the forearm there, fattened it up a bit just to make it a little bit better, and I'll just end a pearl around here and kind of look at it from this angle as well. Yeah, I thought that it would be a little bit better to do that kind of stuff. I didn't want to go too big because, you know, like, it's not supposed to be Popeye holding this thing up, but I wanted to make it look at least proportionate to, you know, the scale of it as well. And I also rounded out the hand on this side and on this side as well. Fattened it up a bit so it looks less sickly and more proportionate, and same with the fingers as well. And the thumb, I shortened it and also fattened it a bit as well, just to make it look a little bit better. We'll just pearl back that way as well. And I also want to mention that there's a little hole in it, and you might have seen that just a second ago. And if I get up to this level, it's on this level here. So what I'm thinking I could do is create a little footpath and then a nice little bridge across to there with some nice lighting and stuff like that. But then that level there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this between episodes because I'm pretty sure people have seen this before. I'm going to do a slime block elevator all the way up to the top. Now I'm pretty sure people have seen that before, so you know, there's no real reason for me to do it on camera. Well, that's how I feel anyway. I'm just going to eat some chicken. There we go. All good. I feel better now. Now, I've asked you guys to do quite a fair bit for me today. I've asked you to kind of remember what that build looks like there and what you think it would look like in netherrack or quartz, and if you think it would look any good in those two materials, and if I should change it. But like I was thinking, this material that I use, which is the prismarine block, has a rotating color animated texture, which I think looks really, really cool and adds a whole lot of mysticism to this kind of thing. It's like, you know, is this arm connected to anything? What's going on there? Is there a bit of story? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Also, what I wanted was the lighting down there, you know, what I could do down there for the lighting. I've got torches at the moment, but I'm happy to change it out to something else. Although I will say now, I won't be doing jack-o'-lanterns, so don't even think of mentioning that. And if you do it just for the funnies, well, I will laugh, but I mean, come on, I'm not going to do that anyway. And also, there's something else. I tried out putting music in the background of this video as well, and it was mainly because, well, I kind of wanted to try it, and also I messed up the audio quality for the first clip. So I thought a good way of covering it was to put music over it, and it also gave me an opportunity to do what I wanted to do and test it out and see if it works. Over my videos, I keep trying out different things to see what works and what doesn't. So, you know, I think I'm hitting a key, and I would like for you guys to let me know if I did any good. And I should also mention that the artist for that song was Dr. Vox, and the song was Frontier, and you can find that music on Argo Fox YouTube channel. That's a royalty-free music YouTube channel, so it's always good to use for your streams and for YouTube videos. Now, I'm not being paid to say that. I might have sounded like it, but I'm not. But yeah, and I should thank Izzy Online because he actually pointed that music out to me and brought it to my attention, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I was very happy to use it in my video, and I'm not going to get in trouble for it, so I think that's good. And I've also got Electric Children in there as well, something a bit of a favorite of mine and what I like to use quite a fair bit. But let me know what you think of having the music in the background, if it was any good. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I think I did a nice build there, and it's coming along nicely, and I think we've done quite well today. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. If you want to leave a like, well, trust me, it feels good, so it's always good to do that kind of stuff. And if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and do that, because again, it feels good. Believe me, it feels good. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. See ya.